In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my new 7-foot power forward. This is the build I just hit starter 3 on, and now I've got my cap breaker. But don't worry, the gameplay I'm going to be showing you guys, it's not going to involve any cap breakers. Literally, it was like my first couple of games on this build, and it was already going crazy. Okay, now I didn't really want to make a new build, but you know, when you spend as many time or as many hours in a builder as I do, eventually you're gonna come up with a build that you just can't resist. Okay, I make so many builds every single day and I don't really make them, but when I saw this one, I was just like, hell no, I gotta make this and I need to try it out. But you guys can see right now, um excluding the cap breaker, we're able to get a 96 offensive rebound and a 95 block. Now, obviously, I'm going to go to the build. I'm going to show you guys a bit more detail of all the badges and everything else. But with my cap breaker, as y'all can see, we have 99 offensive board and a 97 block over 85 interior. So this build is literally a crazy rim protecting, rebounding, shot block. I don't know what you guys call it. And the shooting, you guys will see, we are going crazy with the shooting a little bit. And you guys already know, I love having a high vertical on a 7-foot build. Okay, it's insane. You just jump for the blocks, for the rebound, and also we also have a 90 standing dunk. But in terms of the animation and the jump shot that I'm using, because my first couple of gameplays, I am going to show you guys the jump shot. It is possible to hit consistently with a 74. I am currently using Jonathan Isaac. Obviously, everyone uses this. Davis and Mattis. This is my current jump shot, and this is my blend. And I'm more of a set point kind of guy, but maybe heading towards a bit of a push. But yeah, that is pretty much it. But anyways, let's get into this rec gameplay. Okay, I'm going to show you guys some crazy stuff we're doing. Then I'm going to go into the builder and we're going to discuss a little bit more about the build and some of the cap breakers and how insane it's going to be even with my future cap breakers. Here we are in the rec. Okay, for some reason the first game, I don't know what was going on. Okay, I think my matchup maybe saw my stats or something, relatively new build. They just kept leaving me wide open. Now, one of the things I noticed about this build as well is the dunking is very vicious. I don't know what it is. The standing dunks are just crazy. But again, it's just kind of proving to you guys it is possible to hit, with the 74. I feel very comfortable shooting with it. I kind of shoot with it with the same level of confidence that I shoot with my, higher, my builds for higher three. But again, for some reason, this guy was just kind of just testing me the whole game, and I just kept shooting. I kept shooting. But again, this build is just more of a, again, just like a rim protecting, kind of like a Mobley for the Cavs. That's kind of the way I look at this build. It's very fun, especially when you play rec, when there's a lot of chaos. Okay, there's a lot of chaos in the rec. You can grab boards. You can play defense. You can block shots. You guys can see the interior defense is insane out. Before, I used to think it was probably useless to have a 99 block. Now, I'll tell you the reason why it's not useless. I still think 99 is a bit of an overkill, but in order to be able to secure a 99 block, you need to have a high interior defense. And I think interior defense is very, very important. I know a lot of people are kind of, criticizing it, saying it doesn't work. Again, you guys can see going crazy with the shooting, but I really think it does work. Okay, with this build, what I've realized is I am very confident. Like in terms of like I don't have to jump for a lot of my shots. You guys can see this first game, we just absolutely went crazy. I don't know what the guy was doing. We got 34 points and 19 rebounds. And this is like the first 4 games on this build. Okay. You guys will be able to see my badges. This is like a relatively new build. Okay. Like I didn't go into this game maxed out. You guys can see I'm literally just edging towards you got all silver badges, no gold, no nothing. Now obviously your boy's rocking with a Hall of Fame, sorry, legend rebound chaser. And trust me, I have played a couple of games with it. It is absolutely crazy to have that kind of stats on a build like this. Okay, so I will drop future videos with the legend gameplay so you guys can actually have a look at it. You just go absolutely wild with the rebounding. But again, look, the blocking is insane, man. Like I'm so confident with this build around the rim. People that want to attack the paint, I can stay out. If I feel like going in, you guys can see. And this is with silver badges. Now, is there a difference that I noticed with silver? Look at that snatched block. This guy. Is there a difference between silver and obviously there is a massive difference. Like literally, when I first made this build in these gameplays you guys are seeing, a lot of people were able to get certain rebounds that they're not getting right now. Okay, now that I've got legend rebound chaser, you're not literally, the board is all mine. Okay, unless I'm playing another center that also has legend rebound chaser, it is just a wrap. It's just forget it. Every board is completely mine. But again, what I noticed about this build is the standing dunk. I don't know what it is. It's just extremely vicious. Okay, it's a very simple build in my opinion to use, but it's one of those simple builds that if you know what you're doing, it's like a role. In my opinion, it's a role playing build. It can be that can be very effective. Okay, again, you guys can see you can still shoot the ball, but you'll go. Your role is pretty much get rebounds. Shoot the occasional shots if you're open. We've got a little light pressure there, and just get boards and kick out to your teammates. Now, again, when we get into the build, I want to discuss my plans for this build going into the future. But like honestly, I really enjoy playing this build. This is by far my favorite build I've made this year. Like literally, and again, you're probably thinking, fair, you like post control. Another game you guys can clearly see right there. Still silver badges. You probably think you like having post control in your build. I do, but the post game this year, I mean, there's just so many stuff that's just so inconsistent with it. So I can't be asked, okay? So I'd rather just get boards, kick out to my teammates, keep the game simple, okay? That's why I like this build. It's a very simple build, okay? I'm not doing anything complicated. I'm a very good rebounder, so I'm gonna get a ton of rebounds, just kick out. No drop step, no fades, not getting angry about animations, just keeping it. Look at that. Just get boards, kick out. Now, when I do have, when I do get my future, standing dunk, I can't wait to test it out, okay? Because I really want to be able to dunk on these guys when I get this boards. But right now, we're keeping it safe. This is not 2K24 where you get some crazy meter, like green window with the meter dunks. We're not getting that this year. But look at that. We're even helping our center there. With this build. Now, this build is a legit power forward. That's another thing I forgot to mention. I made this build at power forward because it's just a lot easier to play the four. Okay, my strength isn't that high. You guys notice I only have a 72 strength, so I would recommend you guys to make this at the power forward. If you guys want to make it at the 5, you definitely have to put a bit more strength because you don't want to be coming out here and getting wormed by centers. Okay, that's one thing I noticed as well, is I was getting wormed a lot. But if you do want to obviously play the 5, you can still make this, but you have to use your your max +1 perk definitely on box out beast on gold. Otherwise, you're gonna get cooked. But anyways, look at that. We're just getting rebounds, we're snagging. It's a fun build. Okay, this is definitely one of the most more fun builds I have used so far this year. But anyways, let's head into the builder. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more gameplay and discuss a bit more about the badges and everything else involved. Here we are in the builder, okay? Now, again, you have a couple of options with this build. You can either go center, you can go power forward. Now, obviously, due to the strength, I would 100% recommend you to make it at the 4. Now, I have played the 5 with this build. Again, I'm not, I don't know. Listen, it's just so many gameplays. Otherwise, I would have showed you guys. But I played the 5 and I was still dominating as much as I am dominating the 4. So it's not really, it's not the end of the universe, right? But I will warn you, obviously, because we're just quickly going to touch on it because you only have a 72 strength. If you do want to play the 5, you can see your box out beast right there. It goes up to silver. So if you want to, use this build at the 5, I would recommend you to use your tier 1 badge for box out beast. So for gold. So at least with gold, you're not going to be able to get, easily just tossed out the way by some of these other centers that may have lower rebounding than you, but they just have a high strength. You know what I'm saying? So, that is the one thing to look out for. But I made that the 4, so that way I'm safe. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into the paint, get the board, kick out to my teammates. Now, some of the stats that you guys can see when I made it, I knew I was gonna go for half paint patroller, so you guys can see. As we speak right now, obviously I am working towards getting the Hall of Fame paint patroller. So we already have the interior defense, and now I put my +2 on obviously with my cap breaker on the block. So we do have half paint patroller, and also the rebounding. Now we've got Hall of Fame rebound chaser, but obviously your boys currently got up to a legend. And your driving dunk, obviously I wish I was able to get this to an 89. Okay, if I could get this to an 89, this would just be completely insane. But I do think with my future cap break, I'll probably go for standing dunk. Okay, I'll probably put it on 95 because I do want that Hall of Fame rise up. And also when I'm going to be getting a ton of boards, I'd rather just go up because I don't have the highest pass. So it gets to a point where people just start hawking the lanes when you get the board. They're just waiting for you to keep passing out. And if you start playing like Pro-Am or some relatively competitive games, they're gonna just keep stealing the passes. So I don't want to be in that situation. But this is pretty much it. I like the fact that this build is also relatively fairly quick for its height. Okay, you're 7 foot tall, but you've got 73 speed. Also gives you high flying denial, which you can also upgrade to legend, which is insane. So you can actually have either a legend high flying denial or a legend paint patroller alongside a legend rebound chaser. So the rim is just completely covered. Okay, you got also most of the time, because you're the 4, you're going to be playing with a center who most likely also is going to have rebounding and also most likely going to have rim protection. So it's like you're going to have two great rim protection around the paint, and you're just going to be just an absolute killer. Okay, like both are just going to be going crazy. Now with the shooting, like I said, with a 74, this is max wingspan too, so it helps with the animations of the boards, everything, right? So with a 74, I've been hitting consistently. It's not really a problem for me. We have a decent interior defense and also a decent steal, so we can get the lanes. I don't really go for like on-ball interception, so if you guys want to reduce it down to a 60 and then put it somewhere else, hey, it's completely down to you. But hey, this is just how I want to make it. But yeah, this is pretty much the build. The build is called, it's not a crazy sort of fancy name or anything like that, but like I mentioned, it does remind me of Mobley from the Cavs, and his name did actually come up right there when I was playing. But yeah, it's a two-way inside arc threat, but again, you can shoot like crazy. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, I do have a future gameplay with the legend Rebound Chaser, because I know a lot of you guys definitely want to see that, and trust me, you do go absolutely insane with it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.